si Claude. Now, Alice is the natural choice para sa Bren eSports na kanina rin natin sinabi. Bren, good mixture of control, good mixture of tankability, good mixture of damage output din. And I think that kahit pa may Claude sa kabila, I think that they can still win this game.
On a Titan level like Bren eSports.
That's right. Bren eSports has shown to be a strong competitor overall, making use of full map macro as well as just good old-fashioned game sense to get gold leads early on. We're going to have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. Of course, they will be countered quite nicely here by No Limit. The rest of Bren eSports are just playing this very, very passively for the meantime.
Also, you have to notice in Bren eSports, they're running both a Hellcurt and a Martis, who usually just stays in their lane. So this has been one of the strategies being used by the top level teams here.
Hey.
Just having to get to rotate only 3 heroes around, and then just revolve around the Martis lane or the Hellcurt lane. So that's something that No Limit will have to keep in mind by going to this team fight. So there goes a silence from, I'm guessing Rebo will be falling down really soon.
Petrify almost saves it, but of course going to be way too late. Hellcurt is going to watch as his teammate did fall. Another first blood goes over, No Limit.
Yeah, and it's KLJ, or if it's true, the 13-year-old boy Wonder getting that kill. So that's already one thing going for the Claude. Snowballing Claude is something you don't want to go up against in any game at all.
Absolutely. Again, that might be the case here. Especially No Limit playing very aggressively on the top lane. We got a Coco going down quite nicely there. KLVJ gets a kill. Can he get another? That's the question. Rebo
looks like it is
pounder.
a double kill already for KLJ, but Yuji is now shifting his attention, trying to get a revenge kill onto this kid. But no, a mirror image gets popped by KLJ, but he's going in the red. Looks like it will be a revenge kill indeed, as Yuji claims that one, and he will be blinking out from there. But no, that's no good. Ralph goes for the backup, and that is a 1-for-2 trade in favor of No Limit.
So far, so good here for No Limit, fulfilling their win condition of keeping Bren eSports down. Big shout to Mr. Jobert Yu from Garif Concepts watching right now. What's up, boys?
One of the best people in Philippine esports.
There you go. So
Butter says you're the uncle of Philippine esports.
The uncle of Philippine
Coco
esports.
looks to be a bit of a danger there as Kagura slowly caught up to him, but the silence was just in time. Yuji just throwing the flow of blood casually into the fray at the middle lane.
And again, Bren eSports needs to take this slow because they have the composition that wants to go for the wombo combo. 5-man knock up by Hayes into a Hurricane Dance, into a Blood Ode. And again, that's going to come in later on. For the meantime, No Limit definitely has full control of this map. Bren eSports wants to make a different statement.
Yeah, Bren has been drafting this style of team fight oriented lineup, but no, Hazes will be falling down to the hands of Raflesia. There's a lot of burst damage coming from their way, and Vern is just going to be getting away with only a sliver of HP there, but he's on a diggy. And I think that will be the disengage. That's a free kill in favor of No Limit.
That's right. Again, No Limit are very confident in taking this turtle. Chico in the front line. Vern very, very low though. 20%. They are going to contest. Bren eSports does not want to let go. A steal! The turtle. Payne gets a kill on Felicia. KLVJ tries to go for the revenge. And it is going to be way too much. Coco going to get a kill on top of that as well. Of course, it's basically almost even.
Yep.
But, man, Bren eSports came out on top with that one.
Yeah, Bren, just like that. They show their veteran moves as well as their superior mechanics. Gained through a lot of experience through the years, and just like that, only 500 remaining in the gold lead. It used to be a couple of thousands, but just a sequence of pickups and a turtle nullifies all that.
Yeah, that was pretty big there from Bren eSports, making sure they can get something back when No Limit tries to go for the big plays. And again, so far so good, working out for them. Look at the itemization on that. Demon Hunter Sword already completed for the Claude. That's a very bad sign for Bren eSports.
And also a pretty quick one. You should also credit KLJ, even though he died once, he already racked up 3 kills under 4 minutes. So that's something you should give credit to a player that handles Claude. Raflesia, on the other hand, he's ahead in a bit of experience, but lacking behind in kills.
Yep, and of course we still got Bren eSports pressuring mid lane as well. Raflesia has to be very, very careful. There's really no easy target to pick up here for Bren. So that's the thing that he has with Execration.
Yeah, and Coco was eyeing on KLJ a while ago in the top lane. It looks like Yuji and Rebo will be going for the backup. They have this around. Dark Knight Falls is committed. KLJ will be falling down here with that 3-man gank.
And again, the power of Bren eSports starting to look apparent here with the Alice pickup. Reflecia gonna be knocked up, but no follow-up from Bren in the mid. It's gonna be a solo defense here by Hayes on the Minotaur. And he will be trying to go in. Bren will get a tower on the top lane while all of this is happening.
Oh, UG doesn't commit really with a blink there, just throwing the flow of blood casually onto the 3 of No Limit there. But here comes the 4 from Bren eSports. They want blood here. They've caught Chico here.
There you go. So Bren eSports again holding it steady despite small missteps here and there. I think No Limit is also keeping up the pace, and that's exactly what they need to do. Again, I feel like they even need to do more. They need to go and do what Gushans do and make kills, but that's not going to be possible for the meantime. And No Limit is just circling around the turtle area. They want to get the gold advantage in their favor since they're not getting any kills.
Yeah, No Limit is just slightly trailing behind Bren eSports, but they're not completely left out in the dust here. So the second turtle will be going to be obtained by No Limit, but with a slight concession from Bren eSports. Looks like, will Bren eSports go for the chase here? Looks like one is dropping low. Chico is dead.
Oh
Here goes
my
Ace. Hits on
God.
3. That's a huge initiation from Bren eSports, and they'll be looking to seal this one. But Vern on point with those counter reactions there, as Bren eSports will have
Oh
to
my God,
disengage. A
Bottom
1-4-2 trade. Yeah, the bottom lane, Hellcurt has been feasting on those turrets.
Well, when all that was happening in that area, Coco was going nuts on the turret. Opens up the tier 2 on the bottom side. It looks like No Limit is starting to equalize in gold against Bren eSports from everything that's happening around the map. Again, Bren eSports so smart on the macro play.
Yeah, the entire right side of the map is now under the control of Bren. They can still contest the top part, but No Limit, that's one less land area available for them to just freely farm, and this will be really hard if you have both Gushan and Claude on your team.
Again, the Gushan and the Claude is actually doing their best to keep the rest of Bren eSports at bay. Not necessarily doing a perfect job, but you know what? They're doing the killing that is necessary. Whenever Bren goes for an overcommit, they do get the kills. And I think that's important.
Yeah.
It's just that Bren is playing around the map more than the fight.
And they've been maximizing everything so far. So this is, for them, the optimal play. No Limit, just lagging behind in terms of everything here. Lane push, farm, experience. And Bren eSports is slowly closing down the gap, and they're now overtaking it once again. No Limit, what do they have in mind for this one? Right now, they're just shuffling around defensively here, not giving Bren eSports another opening.
I mean, that's the thing right here. I mean, No Limit doesn't seem to have a huge plan in mind right now, except for catch all the creep waves and hope that Bren eSports messes up an engagement. And
Well,
so far,
But that'll be really hard since Hayes has been really aggressive with those initiations, as well as UG with the correct follow-up and Rebo. So, No Limit, they don't really have any good counter initiations against this, besides the high-lows going with the Glorious Path and Vern with the time bombs and all that. But outside that, it's just going to be really rough for them in the next couple of team fights. So Bren, they're just looking for that. They catch Pain here. Glorious Path gets laid down, and Pain will be falling down in just a few seconds. No,
Whoa.
he will be escaping with sliver of HP, but Chico doesn't let that happen. Here comes a dive from Reflecia. Will he be going for UG? UG's dropping low, but here comes the retaliation from Hayes with a nice setup, but KLJ triggers a blazing duet. Bren is all dropping low. Another kill going to Chico and Coco, and Rebo is running for their lives, and KLJ once again going for the kill. Silence is connecting, but that's a double kill going towards UG, and UG is still alive and running. Here goes the life steal, the ultimate. It's so really hard to go up against that, but Sky ends that streak. But Rebo, he still wants to extend his team fight, and that's disengage right there.
and just like that, Bren is solely on the lead right now. Still solid 1K, and confirmed bottom lane is Coco's playground. The rest
Yeah.
of the map, he doesn't care. He's gonna get all the gold from that side of the map. No problem whatsoever. And I feel like No Limit, this puts additional strain to their composition.
But pretty close to Coco is Reflecia on that Gushan, so he's not doing pretty bad on that one, and he's about to get another kill here if he does this correctly. But Pain has been really good with those dashes. Here comes Rebo for the backup. Hurricane Dance just to shield away, and that was a nice screen and zoning out from Rebo.
Yeah, to everyone watching, by the way, this is a live event happening right now. People are thinking this is a replay. This is a live stream happening right now. What's up to Denmark, Robert Alianza, Dan, Luke, Rafael, and Anas. Jeez.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
stream a while ago got cut off prematurely. So if the stream
guys
is
are
actually re-lived
Yeah.
for
So-
Facebook. So if you're still if you know some people still watching the old one, make sure to tap them and share this new link, and then watch the actual live footage that
That's
we're
right.
watching right now.
And that's the only reason why I can see all of your names here, obviously. So, Bren Esports are slowly being challenged here by No Limit. Again, this looks like it's going to be another long slobber knocker of a fight here. No Limit is not letting go of this mid lane tower at all.
Yeah, No Limit's been doing a pretty good job in their past few games, including this one, to just stay close to their opponent's advantage. They're not going to lag behind, even though they've lost a couple of team fights, and they have been doing really well to just not have that gap. So right now, it's only a couple of 100 gold difference here.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of funny considering you said you were expecting a 2-0 for Bren. And this is looking like a Bren that doesn't actually necessarily need a 2-0. They just need a win. They just need a 2. So they're taking it very, very slowly. KLVJ will be locked down against the wall. Follow up by Hayes. Doesn't have the ultimate though, but will be enough to take out that Claude. Of course, the rest of Bren Esports still walking up here around the tower area. Slows down Chico. Will be able to take him out once and for all.
Oh, this will be a dangerous team fight if No Limit chooses to engage once again. It's a 4v2 situation here. He's soon to be a 4v3, but that's a quick kill onto Sky, and his Bren Esports just maintains his formation. They find Rafflesia here. Pain is dropping low, and as Rafflesia, will he go for a retreat? I guess it won't be enough as Pain finishes that off, and they will be soon pushing out this lane towards the turret to put pressure onto the middle lane. But no, looks like eyes on the Lord for now, and there will be minimal contestants from No Limit as only 2 players are alive.
And just like that, 4,000 gold lead already for Bren Esports, and this is what we were talking about earlier. Bren doesn't need to win the early game, they just need to survive, and of course the composition will do the work for them. It's going to be an easy Lord to take. Everyone here is just so tanky, even their mage is one of the most survivable of all of them. Lord will be going to Bren Esports just like that, and the rest of the composition here for No Limit is just struggling to get a foothold.
Yeah, Bren Esports is going towards that Death Ball status on their draft. So everyone is tanky, everyone is dealing damage. While No Limit, on the other hand, it's also well-rounded, but individually, the heroes doesn't really have everything. So the Dogie is really soft, but has good CCs, and the Bursters are really soft if getting stunned on. So that's something that No Limit has to keep in mind, and that's a restriction that they will be not happy to have when going up against 5v5 on
right.
with Bren Esports.
Squishy composition and basically no actual way to engage.
Yeah.
That's a big problem here for No Limit, except for maybe answering whatever Bren throws at them. But at that point, I feel like Coco is just ready to answer with a push on the bottom lane. And I think that will be the game plan for the meantime here. No Limit is gonna have to defend this Lord on the top side.
Yeah, but it will be handled really easily here by Rafflesia. Only a few tosses of those swords and daggers, and that makes quick work of the Lord. It's only level 1, so that's not kind of surprising. But Bren Esports is just shifting the attention in the middle lane here. Dark Knight Falls gets committed. Rafflesia is dropping low, but Coco was almost going to be picked off there. He has to retreat on time, and Chico is just in the middle of the fray here with the Glorious Path, just a zone away temporarily. Bren Esports.
Man, Coco there with the plays on the Hellcurt. He was the softest member, but he was the one who went first. And I think that caught No Limit off guard there. And Rebo gonna try to look for a fight here. Gonna have the Hurricane Dance, locks Chico in against the wall. That's a very dead high loss.
Yeah, one dead house, one huge loss for No Limit here, and they're now dropping like flies to the might of Bren Esports. And no, here comes a retaliation from the sky, and Rafflesia 1-2 punch combo, and Bren Esports is forced to retreat for now.
Yeah, and the rest of Bren Esports seem to have found their groove, slowly but surely, getting small advantages. They didn't get the GG push that they wanted to in the inhibitor, but they did what they came to do. Get some gold onto the breast of Bren Esports, make them into a sturdier composition, and it should be what they need to close this out. But then again, that will be a very slow and steady process.
Yeah, a slow and steady one indeed. But I'm starting to think that if it goes to the late game, No Limit has the slight advantage there, merely because they have the Gusion and a Claude, who has the right toolkits to go up against toe-to-toe in a full 5v5, full item and full leveled lineup of both teams. So they can actually just catch up to that level. If they actually reach that plateau, Bren eSports might be in danger.
Yeah, and again, the danger is real here for No Limit. So, as well, because you know what? Raflicia's gonna have a harder time making a pick-off this time around. He's gonna have a harder time surviving with just one wave of Shadowblade Slaughter, so he's gonna have to do that multiple times if he wants to will down Bren eSports, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Actually, the Ultimate can also set up one deadly combo with a Diggy there. And here goes Raflesia. He tried to poke a couple of damage points there to Bren, but actually not enough to completely zone them away. At this point, Bren eSports is just waiting for the Lord to respawn so they can try and attempt another GG push. Maybe,
Yeah.
I think it will be spawning at the bottom lane most likely.
I think the bottom lane is going to be the pressure point here for Bren eSports. Again, Coco was doing work on that earlier, and it seems to be paying off now. Top lane could be the next target here, but mid lane is going to be being contemplated here by Coco.
Oh, there will be a convergence here at the bottom area of the map, but Bren eSports just being patient here, not being greedy. No Limit as well. They're having some hesitation so far, but with good reason here. You don't just walk into Bren eSports and try to go for full team fight here, under leveled, but here goes Pain. He catches Chico here. Let's see if No Limit will be following it up. Pain will be going for a retreat as well as the rest of his teammates.
Of course, the rest of Bren eSports are slowly going in the mid lane, and No Limit, they look like they want to engage, but not really. For the meantime, though, they are waiting for the minions to get into position. I think Lord is a very real objective here for Bren as well, and there's probably gonna go into that one very, very soon, very shortly.
Yeah, the Hellcard can just start soloing on a level 2 Lord now. An advantage is having Hellcard on your team. So Bren eSports, what they will only do here is to defend this Lord takedown. When on the other hand, Martis is also pressuring the top lane here. So that's a lot of objectives going to the way of Bren eSports with No Limit, not having the exact answers that they need to nullify this one. And Dark Knight Falls gets committed here to protect the Lord takedown, and Chico is isolated away from his teammates, and that's a fast takedown.
Chico!
The deadly poison stingers put the Hylos to half health, and the team fight is continuing here. Chico gets taken down finally here, and Vern as well. Raflesia is at the back with only a couple of HP left, but Pain, will he be taken down? Though I doubt that, but he also gets a mega kill. Yuji as well, and that's a lot of dead bodies dropping to No Limit.
Bren just laughed at the Blazing Duet. Like, what the heck are you doing, KLVJ? You can't use that on us. Mid lane tower will go down to Bren eSports. And I feel like this is going to be very, very close. UG pops the blood into getting some of that HP back. And top lane going to be the pushing point for Bren eSports. This could be game, ladies and gents.
And the Lord is still up though in his own pit. So No Limit can have a better time defending this one, but Bren eSports has no plans to prolong this game any further as they sweep the map, clean off jungle monsters, starting from this jungle area belonging to No Limit. So Bren eSports just teleporting out, recovering their HP and cooldowns. It looks like the plan here is to go back to the Lord, get this level 2 Lord, while No Limit is actually going to contest this.
Wow, at 9,000 gold deficit, go ahead. I feel like Bren eSports is just waiting for you to try something like that before they go for the big fight. And I think that's going to happen right here, right now. No Limit is in the Lord pit and baiting out Bren eSports. What a brave play.
Yeah, but Bren eSports looks to be respecting that move from No Limit. They're not actually just blindly going into the pit, and they're actually carefully approaching them right now. So No Limit, they are actually in a good position to take this level 2 Lord down with a Claude and Gusion. But Bren eSports not going to let that happen any longer. And here comes the entirety of Bren eSports converging towards the position of No Limit. And Verns get caught out of position here. Chico, no ultimates being committed yet from either team. And looks like that would be a temporary stalemate.
Again, I feel like Bren eSports is playing this a bit too slow this time. They could have probably taken out No Limit earlier on. It's just that, you know what, they're waiting for No Limit to make a massive mistake. I think that's wrong call here. Rebo gonna get caught out from waiting too long. Hurricane Dance gonna lock down 2 members though, and he cannot survive any longer. KLVJ uses the Blazing Duet. Coco on the backside waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He does! He locks out. Oh, so many members going down for No Limit. Pain's on the top lane while all this happening. He's pushing.
Yeah, on the other hand, Pain has his own world there. He doesn't care of the team fight. He doesn't care if his teammates is falling. All that he has in mind is the enemy Nexus. Hayes, though, he's still alive, as well as Yuji back in the safety of the base. But Pain looks like he will be engaging with the Hylos, but looks like he will be backing up for now into safety. Hayes is being chased by Sky and Rafflesia, two biggest damage dealers, and that's a dead Minotaur right there.
There you go. That's good damage coming over from that Gushin. And I feel like that Lord bait going into Pain's push on the top side was exactly what Bren needed to do to stop the stalemate. And it looks like that's gonna come in further with Pain getting an unstoppable on the Martis. Kills a double for Bren Esports, and he is just going nuts on this Martis right now.
Oh, Pain is just really good in handling this Martis, even though he has low HP. He recognizes the sustainable factor of this hero. He has been managing really well. He has been taking solo kill after solo kill just in the past few minutes, and this one is a level 2 Lord, surely going to the direction of Bren, but the Hylos, he is going to be really close here, as well as Vern, but that they will be a little bit too late there, as Rebo and Coco will be fronting this part of the siege here towards No Limit, and Chico, they have to back up. No Limit running out of options here real fast.
Yeah, and No Limit, aside from the kills from your Felicia and KLVJ, they really don't have that many options left around on the map. So they have to be very, very careful where and when they fight, or else I feel like this is just GG. This level 2 Lord is going to walk up into your base and wreak havoc, and Bren Esports is probably going to push mid lane and bottom lane. That's just how they work, and I feel like there's nothing that No Limit can do to stop that, except maybe catch either Coco out in a bad position or Pain before he can Mortal Coil.
But that'll be really hard, as all the players of Bren Esports has been really on point with their movements, as well as in team fights. The micromanaging on their part has been at the top of the line, and the Lord is going to be marching through the busted open top lane of No Limit. And as you said, Bren Esports is just focusing on the other parts of the map, and No Limit, they have to spread out their forces here if they want to stand a chance to defending this base, as well as their Nexus. Bren Esports, they don't have anything to worry about here. The Lord is already inside, and surprisingly, the Lord is shifting its attention to the middle turret here. I didn't realize it acted like that. So the Lord is finally down. Bren Esports now is finally pouring into the base of No Limit, and looks like both teams, though, not really putting on that engagement yet. Or
I feel like Bren Esports is just baiting them out into a good position before they go for the big GG push on the bottom side. Of course, minions will be almost dead, and Pain is caught in a very bad spot. He does have immortality, though, so Chico could probably make something happen here. Mid lane still have minions streaming in the base, and No Limit cannot exit those gates at all.
Yeah, they only have one turret left standing inside their base, so this is something that they need to defend with their lives, with all 5 of their lives. So Bren Esports, they're now going to spread out their threats here, and here you go. Pain is going in, Yuji has gone in as well. That's 2 already going down for No Limit here, and they're dropping low. And Pain has been holding to his life while he's been killing people here. No Limit, they're trying to defend at the best of their ability here, but to no good. Here comes Rebo with a Hurricane Dance. Yuji is dropping low, but I don't think that will do any good. Immortal triggers for KLJ, but that's not won't be enough, as that's a lot of kills, and that's a wipeout, I believe, after Chico is fall. And that is game number 1 going to Bren Esports, just like that.
And that is game 1 going over to Bren Esports really quickly in a stylish but slow fashion.